Hello and welcome to my video. I will make a simple multiplayer game in this video using React and Socket.io. Before we begin, let's make a short brief. We're going to implement a Battleship game. What is a Battleship game? It's a game for two participants in which player makes turns colon or otherwise communicating the coordinates on the opponent map. If the enemy has a ship on these coordinates, a ship or its deck killed, and the enemy makes another move. The player's goal to be first to kill all opponent's ship on the party enemies. Each player has two fields. On the first, he can see his own ship, and on second, opponent's ship. Each player make their move, and if a player hits ship, he can make another move until he missed. Each field has 10 to 10 cells, and each ship can be placed on vertical or horizontal, but ships can't overlap, and of course, ship should be hidden from the opponent. I saw many variants rules for this game, and in our we're going to use next variation. Carrier 5 cells x1, battleship 4 cells x2, cruiser 3 cells and 3 items, and destroyer 2 cells 4 items. And how is going to be interaction with player and the server and opponent? When player check on board some position, it sends to server, and server asks the opponent about what happens on this position. Opponent make response with status. Can user make another move and new board status, and the server makes some cache for it and return results for player. We can have next cell statuses. Unknown. It's when we don't know what happens on this board. Missed. If we strictly know what on this place there are nothing. Killed if we have a wrecked on second ship, and field for access ship, but with status don't sells to opponent, and he replaced as unknown if we have. That's all on status. And let's make a little bit code. I have prepared some boilerplate for it. We have here client folder, server folder, and shared folder for components which we'll use on both sides. And I know it can be as a normal package, but I'm a little bit lazy to create a normal package. For client, we require install also Socket.io client, and for server we need to install Express.js course and Socket.io libraries. And I'm going to start with shared libraries, and first of all, it's one side of library. named buffer, and it will be used in generate our board. Also, we need to prepare create types file, which contains cell status and one variation of ship, and utils for calculation position. Let's create generate board file. All code as you can see were prepared, because it will be not to take so much time of your time. Function generate board accepts ships list and board size, which by default equal 100. What happens? We sequentially place each of ships according to the following principle. We get random ship. At first of all, we find all possible position for our ships, and after it, we take one of them random and place on board. For place on board, we mark all positions as missed. It will be used for next iteration of place on board. And after we marked all, we place our ship on the board. After we have placed all the ships, we clear the game board, and at all we have only filled or unknown cells. The next what we need is check our board when someone fire. What happens to here? This function takes current user playboards and position what need to be checked, and return boolean and new board status. If board position is unknown, we marked with a cell and return false and new board. If this position is filled, if this position is not empty, when we begin to check status of neighbor position and all direction from this point. If all of them killed, when we marked around ships as missed and return new board status. Next, what we need to create is sunken ships. What happens here? The function takes player current board and the return of sunken ships. Verification algorithm is as following. We go from left to right for all position, and if position is marked skilled, we checked top and left position, and if equals 1 as missed, we check right and bottom positions, and if our ship has neighborhood everywhere missed, we mark this ship as sunken, and in the end we sort from big to less. Also, we need to get rect move ships. It will be used for our AI. This function really similar to previous, but we find not sunken ship, and we check all available position for next move. Also we need to clear our board. I moved it in function. The main principle of it, if we have on board field position, we replace it by 0. And we need to check what we still have filled ships. And export all from okay, I think we finish with shared files, and let's create our backend. But first of all, we need to create a server. Here's really easy, and let's start from make AI. Oh, I almost forget to export check fire. Okay, this is our AI. The main algorithm is following. We generate a random board when initialize this status, and and when make moves, we get user boards and find wrecked ships, and if we have some wrecked ships, we fire for zero place. Otherwise, we get random move, get random unknown cell, and make this as move. And also we need to handle use requests for hit. Let's create game file which represents main actions. This is the main class of game, and the main task of this much simple. He's cached user boards. In the future, it will be possible to create observer function, so what third party can watch the process and switch active player depending on the answer. Also, we need to cache games. And create some observers for socket.io. We need to implement next event handlers, new game AI, also fire. This event will be sent by user for check position and catch result. To handle opponent's response to check and for check, and in our case it will be response for either requests for position from user. Let's make a new game AI. We need to crypt it for generate random UID. What happens when we gave a new game AI? We generate game ID, create new game, and send to user game created event. Next will be fire event. And what happens here? First of all, we get current game by game ID, and check if current move user. We gave our AE position and for check response, and send this result for place new status for in game class and send result. Also, if we play with AI, we can from now make some moves from AI and check user's position and catch result. We also have game ID, and if current move game ID, we pass our data to AI, and if AI is filled with position, is catched with position, he can make move again. With backend that's all. Let's make some little bit front end. We have a boilerplate from vue.js. Let's make some clean. Here. And here. That's our boilerplate. Also for game we need next variables. It's a sen, it's opening boards, user board, and game ID. While it's need. Sen, it's current representation of what we need to draw. Opening boards for view what happens on opening boards. User boards, it's our board, and game ID will be set on one of next moves. Also, we need to perform next events from socket.io. It's a game created, fire result, and catch. Game created we gave when game is really created, fire result. Uh, we have result of what we are fired, and catch if someone to get know what missed here or no. And let's create some components. It will be a cellstatus and styles. Cell draw basic cell for our board. It can be clickable if you have special boolean variables and on click function. After it, we need to draw user's board. And styles for it. It's a really simple function, and in fact, it's just a wrapper for cells. And let's create some sense. As we know, we have 4 sense. First of all, setup. Second, game when we in the game, and we have finish win and finish lose sense for our game result. Let's create setup. Here is setup. On the left side we show user's board, and on the right side we have 2 buttons: generate and ready. User can see his generated board, and if he likes it, he can press ready. If not, he press generate and makes a new field. When we have and next stage is game. Here is game. On left side we can see user's board, and on the right side our opponent's board. And let's fill some. Let's use some sense. Also, we need to create function on click ready, which set up a user's board and send to our backend event what we are ready to play. And on click board event, which send to backend users ask position. And move handlers. First of all, on game created. And here is with set game ID and change send to game. Next, on fire result, if backend sends what game over on that side, we show then what user wins and return. Otherwise, we set up a current opponent's board, which will redraw. And on catch event, what happens on this file, on this callback? First of all, we check the user's board for current position and get result, and check if is game over, and make response with current data. And if our board is loose, we show what we lose. Otherwise, update our board. Let's check what happens. Okay, backend started on this port. And our front end started too. Okay. Yes, as we can see, it's generated board. We can press generate and it's change. When we press ready, we show two fields, our and opponents. Let's play and check how I'm lucky. It's not correct colors, but you can see what his answers. And backend kills one of my ships. Me too. And I'm win. Basically, we made a little game. I understand what the main aspects are not covered. For example, normal multiplayer, but I think it's stuff. We're starting small, and the purpose of this video is to inspire you to create your own games, and what it's not difficult. Also, what React can be used not only for forms. From what we can improve in the current game. First of all, we can send some hashes of our board to prevent what someone of players is cheating and change his field during game. This happen in the following way. First of all, when we generate board, we make some hash. It can be like it can be MD5. It's not so necessary, and send it to backend and his store both caches. And if in the end game one of hashes not equals, that means what someone cheat. Also possible to create AI based on some statistics. For example, after a few games, AI can get some boards which played, and calculate positions where most popular position, and start playing from them. Yes, I think that's all. The source of this game will be available on the QR code on screen. And thank you for watching. I'm waiting for your questions.